Hi you guys, I'm back with another video. It's been a really long time since I made a video. Um, Mainly because, you know, I just recently started college, and that experience has been really good, and everything. But you have to also apply yourself and when it comes to God, and if you're a servant of God, you also have to apply yourself too. So I just have a difficult time trying to balance God and school and, worldly life and spiritual life. Um, you guys, I've been backsliding for a month now. Um, I recently, just gave up um whatever I need to give up, Um and I've been through a lot. I really want to tell you guys my testimony. So I'm just going to share what I've been going through. Um I was in a point in my life where God was chastising me, you know, to show me that I am under grace. And what I didn't realize is that what I do realize is that, you know, I don't have control over my grace. I can't go outside and say, well, I'm just going to lose my salvation today or my grace today because it's not in my control. God, gave these things because He wanted to give these things to me. And I want to come on here and make this video because, you know, of what I just, okay, I'm just gonna get to it. Um, I was in that point, and then, I just, I get a call from my ex. And, he's the type of guy that he's not really, he doesn't really want anything to do with God. He doesn't really know who he is, he just kind of, he's very smart, but he doesn't really know where he's going or what's in his future or anything like that. And because of that, I just took it upon myself to separate from that situation because in the Bible it talks about being unequally yoked, and I didn't want to be in that situation where I was going to be unequally yoked because I wasn't going to progress. So it's been a long time since we talked and actually seen each other, but this time he calls me and he tells me that he's been praying for me. So when he tells me, I've been praying for you and everything, making sure that you're good and everything, it made me think like maybe he did, change his life. Maybe he, got saved or something. So I just started, I'm like giving him the benefit of the doubt and everything. So we talked for a little bit longer than usual. I would usually ignore his calls, but we were just talking and everything. So I'm like, okay, everything is good, And then he's like, you want to give this another try? So I'm just like, sure, why not? And so we gave it another try. And when I tell you that people's actions speak louder than their words, I mean, this guy had no, like, source of God in him. It was that bad. And I fell for it. Um, and I got hurt by it. And, you know, just being in that situation just made me realize that it's very important to discern, and it's very important to listen to your heart, because before I even got into that situation, God told me, you're making a mistake. And all the while I was with him, the things that he was interested in, it's pretty dark stuff. And I'm not saying that he's a Satanist or anything like that, but it's just like he doesn't really know, he doesn't has a sense of self. And when we would talk about things, he wouldn't remember, half the stuff that he said. So you can automatically tell that he was possessed. um, and to a certain extent, I wouldn't say he was going crazy and puking stuff, but to a certain extent. Um, After I got out of that situation, I was, I told him, I was like, I can't do this anymore. And, made, we established um, a common ground on that area. And I thought, he's like, that's all she wrote and everything. I thought that was the end. So I hung up and I called my friend and I tell him everything that happened. And then he tells me, he says, if he calls again, it's the enemy trying to distract you. So I was like, you know what? He probably not even gonna call again. We already established what was going on and everything. And so he calls me back. And this is like the craziest thing. Like, he has no reason to call me back. We already established what the deal was. No absolute reason you can possibly. It's like picking with a dead horse. There's no possible reason for you to do that, to call me back, unless you want to change your life. But he didn't. He's still the same person. Um, so me, I just been backslidden, and I looked up some verses online about being backslidden, and I'm gonna take some words out of context, but it talks about the moment you know, you're in your iniquities, you have to continue working in God, because if you don't, that's kind of like letting God know that you've forsaken Him. And what a lot of people don't realize is that you can't stop working. You can't just stop working for God. You have to be obedient. You have to continue working and doing what you're supposed to do, and that's bringing souls to God and showing people love and respect. You know, Actions speak louder than words. If you can act like you're a Christian, you can help anybody. If you truly give, and with a little throw a little scripture in there, you're like a really great person. But I would just urge you guys to just pray for me, because I really need it in this hour. I've heard about the wars and the famines and everything like that, and it really is coming to a close. And I just hope that I'm ready, just like everyone else does. But I wanted to come on here and tell you guys this little testimony of mine, and I just want to say God bless you guys. You're awesome and continue in your journey.